All right, we've got one final question. We're running out of time in a hurry, but we promised the question on HSAs, so we want to get there. Ashley from Little Rock writes, my employer offers both a PPO and a high deductible health plan with an HSA. Can you talk about when to choose one versus the other?
Well, lots of tentacles on this one, Scott. High deductible plan is likely to cost less per month. Now, if your employer's paying for it versus you, that may be a bit of an issue, but you have to look at this and go, okay, what is the most effective way for me to provide for health care? An HSA saves money. You have to save money to take care of the high deductible. That's what that health savings account is for. You have a high deductible, let's say a couple of $1,000s. Well, the expectation is, instead of you having a $200 deductible, you now have a $2,000 deductible, but you're going to save in premiums and be able to put that money into a health savings account and be able to take that money and offset that high deductible. That's as opposed to paying ostensibly a higher premium for a lower deductible policy and being able to just say, okay, I only need $200 for my deductible.
Yeah, so it's a really great tool if you're getting close to retirement to begin building funds for your out-of-pocket healthcare costs. In fact, we did a fastest 4 minutes in finance segment on this just last week, where we talked about the HSA contribution limits going up in 2024, and you can get more money into them. You can invest them longer term if you're not using them on a year-to-year basis, and then you can pull them out for qualified medical expenses in retirement tax-free. And we know that that's going to be one of the largest cost, if not the largest cost, that a retired couple is going to face is their out-of-pocket health care costs. So building that now is a longer-term advantage of the HSA over not using the high-deductible plan.
Scott, let's talk a little bit about what the attributes of a health savings account are, because you think about it and you go, well, it's a savings account. Is that really something I want to put my money into? Well, first of all, your contributions are done through a payroll deduction, and it's done on a pre-tax basis. So you're building up money before taxes, putting it into the HSA. The growth on that money, anything that it earns, grows on a tax-deferred basis. So you're not paying any taxes on the earnings in that account. Some plans have a variety of investments. Now, this is not something that we deal with here at GenWealth from an investment standpoint, but we understand that there are some plans out there that give you the opportunity to invest your money, not just have it in a safe, 3, 4, 5% savings account or something of that nature. And the proceeds, as you mentioned a little bit earlier, Scott, if they're used for medical expenses, are free of tax. An HSA, though, is probably not an advisable strategy for folks who are on moderate or low incomes, because, saving that money into that health savings account and keeping your hands off of it can be problematical. Usually this happens with a little bit higher earners and people that have a lot of financial discipline to be able to manage this. And I don't know at the end of the day whether you really come out a tremendous amount better than paying the higher premium for the health insurance. Potentially so. I know here at GenWealth, we have always opted to go with the low deductible as opposed to the HSA type program. It just seemed that there wasn't that big of a differentiation between the two.